What's going on, guys? It's me, Dreamliner Fan 2016 here, and today we have another model plane review for you guys. Today I'll be reviewing the NG Models 1/400 scale Etihad Airways Boeing 787-10 in the Greenlander livery. This is a rather unique model to add to my collection, and yeah, I haven't got like a proper review of this model. I did got this back in like 2021, and I decided to give a proper review on this model and see how I like it for myself. So yeah, quite the interesting model, and yeah, kind of like an obscure airline for my collection because this is my first Etihad model, and this model doesn't really have some kind of purpose. Well, it is a nice addition to my Dreamliner fleet, but in terms of having these international airlines, it's not really as necessarily unless Etihad flies to the West Coast. But aren't that really nice to have this model? And yeah, let's just get started with the model review. So of course we're going to be starting off with the box and go on with the model. So with that being said, let's start off with the box. Alright, so here we have the box of the model, looking absolutely very nice. I do like how NG Models designed this box. So you got the Boeing 787-10 Dreamliner tiles right there. You got the CGI image of the aircraft as well as the Dreamliner logo right there. You got all the colors of the Greenliner livery. As you can see, there's different shades of green and kind of sea green almost. You got the Etihad logo right there. You got the NG Models logo, 1/400 scale diecast, 1/400 scale collectible models, diecast metal. And you got the Boeing licensed product right there and the aircraft registration, which is Alpha 6 Bravo Mike Hotel. Moving on to the sides, you got this side right here, which is kind of a sea green. Here's another side right there, pretty much the same sides. And here's the back side of the box right there. You got the NG logo right there. You got their social media pages right there. You got the warning hazards, and the item number of this model is 56005. So yeah, really nice to have this model, of course, and yeah, a very nice box art indeed. And yeah, NG Models still continues to kill it with the box designs because they look absolutely fantastic. So with that being said, let's move on to the model right now. And here's the model itself, looking absolutely beautiful. Really nice on how NG Models did this model right here. I wish I could feature this model in a future airport update, but other than that, it's a nice model to add to my collection and overall my Dreamliner fleet. So of course we're going to start with the very front of the aircraft, so let me focus. Okay, here we go. So they got the cockpit windows right there, looking very nice. The nose shape of the 787 mold from NG looks absolutely spot on. So yeah, looking very nice right there. You got the outline of the radar right there. You got some pitot tube details right there, looking very nice. I think this is some stag port right there. You got the nose landing gear and the nose landing gear door containing part of the registration. You got the United Arab Emirates flag right there. So of course Etihad is based out of the UAE. You got your L1 boarding door right there. You got the Etihad tiles right there as well as their logo. And then you also got the Etihad logo in their Arabic language right there. And then you got from Abu Dhabi. Let me reread again. So you got the from Abu Dhabi to the world tiles right there. And then you got some stag ports right there. Looking very nice. I'm not really familiarized with Etihad's business class and first class. But maybe this can be their first class offerings right there. So it might run from here to here. And then business class where it start from here and then kind of close to the wing right there. That's my guessing. I might be wrong, but yeah, I don't know really much on Etihad's seating arrangements on their aircraft right there. Moving on, you got the L2 boarding door right there. So yeah, here's the L2 boarding door right there as well. And then you got the top antenna and your Wi-Fi dome right there, looking very nice. And then you got the engines right there. They might be Trent 1000s or GENXs, but I'll go into that once I go into the background information of this aircraft right there. Moving on to the middle section, you got your L3 door right there, and then you got the main landing gear right there, looking very nice. Moving on to some wing detail. So here's the wing detail of the aircraft. You got your cold slope field frost details right there. You got your slat details as well, and then here are your flaps details as well. Yeah, it's very nice, and NG still continues to do a great job on getting the wing design molded in. And then you got your rake wing tips right there, looking very nice, and of course it's well detailed as well. Now as for the color, I do love on how vibrant the color is. You got a light shade of blue right there, and then the Etihad livery is quite different as compared to the golds and the dark browns. It's now a greenish color since the name applies. It's a Greenliner. Excuse me. So yeah, really nice to see right there. Moving on to the back area of the aircraft, we got the Dreamliner tiles, which are it's very large for a Dreamliner tile, so quite interesting to see right there, and maybe this can be their economy product, I'm guessing. And then this is where the Etihad livery starts. Of course, like I said, it's mainly green since it's the Greenliner. And then moving on to the back, you got, I'm thinking this is a storage compartment right there. You got your L4 door right there, and the aircraft registration, which is Alpha 6 Bravo Mike Hotel, excuse me. So yeah, here's the registration. Let me reread this, because like, okay, so here's the registration. I do apologize if I kind of like had to like reread this. Alpha 6 Bravo Mike Hotel is the registration. Yeah, I sometimes kind of like messed up, because like, it is what it is, but hey, that's like how it records. But other than that, we're moving on to the empennage area of the aircraft. So you got the APU right there, and the horizontal stabilizers, and the Etihad tail, which of course is green, in which the name applies. As I said, it's the Greenliner airplane, so quite the interesting touch right there. Moving on to some, well, fun details. You got the engine fan blades right there. Let me focus on that. So you got the engine fan blades right there. You can see a little bit of that spiral, that white spiral in the middle of the plane, the engine right there. So looking very nice right there. And then moving on to the starboard section of the aircraft, of course you got your R doors right there. And then here's your forward cargo bin right there, looking very nice. I think this can be an emergency exit hatch right there. And then moving on to the back area, you got your aft cargo bin right there. And yeah, I don't see any like storage compartments somewhere on this side, so we're good. Now moving on to a top view of the aircraft, so let me just position her like this. So here's the top view of the aircraft, looking very nice. Of course, we got your Wi-Fi domes and your antennas right there, looking very nice. Moving on to the bottom section, you got your Etihad tiles right there. Let me just move her over. There it is right there. So here's the Etihad tiles. You also got your stand hole right there. And I do love on how the air intakes are molded in, and they kind of look 3D. So yeah, it's part of the mold right there, so looking very nice. And of course you got your bottom antenna right there, and your rat turbine door right there, and your main landing gear door. Moving on to the front section of the aircraft, just like try to position her like this. So here's the front section of the aircraft, looking very nice. And moving on to the back section, here is the back section of the aircraft. So yeah, a really nice model for my collection, and yeah, hopefully I can feature this in a future airport update once again. And yeah, it's quite a model I don't really use too often, but other than that, it's a nice addition to my Dreamliner fleet. And yeah, this livery does look nice on the 787-10. I think Etihad did a wonderful job on designing this livery, even though it's like mainly like the regular Etihad livery, but just green. But other than that, it's a nice livery, and yeah, really nice to have this in my collection. So now that's that. Now we move on to like the background information about this aircraft right here. So with that being said, let's transition into that. Alright, let's go into the background information about this particular aircraft, this Boeing 787-10, registered Alpha 6 Bravo Mike Hotel. So, as I pull up air fleets, so we're gonna start off with the serial number first. So the serial number is 60765. The line number of this aircraft is 9054. And the age of this aircraft is 3.9 years, so she is still relatively young. And she was delivered somewhere around 2020. And of course, the production site says that it is in like the Charleston Boeing plant right there. And of course, the airframe status is active, and this was last updated on November 9th of 2023. Now, she was delivered back in January 2020 with 2 GEnx engines. So this aircraft is equipped with 2 GEnx engines. And she was painted in the Greenliner special colors, and she was ferried from Charleston International to Abu Dhabi International on January 22nd to the 23rd of 2020 upon delivery. Now, as I pull up air fleets as well, I think there's a couple of information on air fleets. So the first flight date of this aircraft is November 11th, not November 11th, I'm kind of confused over there. So the first flight date of this aircraft was January 11th of 2020, and once again, it still says that it has 2 GEnx-1B engines right there. And the delivery date of this aircraft is January 22nd of 2020. So yeah, not much on information. This aircraft, of course, was newly delivered to Etihad, and she's painted in this livery. But other than that, that's some nice information that you want to know about this aircraft, and yeah, quite the young history of this particular aircraft right there. So yeah, that is it for today's video. So with that being said, let's move on to the conclusion. So overall, I think NG Models did a wonderful job on this model, and yeah, really fortunate to have this model in my collection, even though I don't have like a necessary purpose for it. But it's a nice addition to my Dreamliner fleet since I love collecting Boeing 787s. I'm hoping I can try like get a regular Etihad livery at some point, maybe on the Dash 9 or Dash 10 if ever NG Models decided to do like a re-release of it. I think they did a few re-releases on the Dash 10 or maybe like just the Dash 9, but I'm not sure if either of those are like sold out as of late. So yeah, hopefully I can try like get my hands on that. That's what I meant to say, but hopefully I can try to get my hands on that, and hopefully I can try building up my obscure international fleet, because Etihad is a very interesting airline and I have seen their planes before, but hopefully I can see their 787 and more particularly this Greenliner right here, because it's a very nice livery and overall it's a nice model indeed. And yeah, once again, NG Models did a fantastic job on representing this model in 1/400 scale, so I'm really glad to have it. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on that post notification bell so you won't miss a video like this anytime soon. And don't forget to check out all my model plane content by clicking on my playlist right there. And yeah, you can check out all my model content from unboxings, reviews, and master unboxings, and a whole lot more. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Anyways, good night.